Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Underdog Views and I watch Matrix 4, aka The Matrix Resurrections, with the tagline, Return to the Source. Also, we're gonna move Caddyshack to tomorrow, I just don't feel like watching a movie. A second movie. But from next week on, we're going back to normal schedule. We'll also start, well, maybe we're gonna start next week with Fiona and Cake season 2. We're going back into the shows. Maybe, we'll see. This is the final day of my vacation, so I want to relax. I want to do nothing, because the beginning of my vacation didn't go as planned. I began sick. And then I thought, oh yeah, I want to clean my house, but I couldn't, so I had to do that later. And yeah, shit that I had to sort, in 20 different genres, but which is still isn't done. Yeah, I'm still at level at the G, because I haven't continued yet. Oh, didn't go as planned. And now we're at the end of my vacation, and tomorrow I have to get up at 6. But let's just first start with this movie, shall we? It's the final movie of the Matrix. To be honest, they could have just left it at 1, 2, 3. It's the same as I've seen a comment, on Facebook somewhere, for, oh yeah, we're not going to make a reboot of Back to the Future. It doesn't need a reboot. It's perfect as it is. And Matrix was actually kind of perfect as it is too. But no, they had to make another one, and here we are. So let's just start with this movie. We hear a phone, and it's basically the same as the first one. We see a computer screen, something going on there, and we hear a phone going over. Brr, brr, and then somebody answers, hello, and we hear a woman say, Seek, I'm in. Now we see a computer screen, like I said. There's a bit of a conversation between Zeke and the woman, and it's dark, but we see some lights, shining, flashlights probably, but apparently it's in a reflection of a puddle. We see people coming closer, but it's in a reflection of a puddle, and then somebody steps into the puddle. And the next shot that we see is that 2 armed people, are coming closer to the camera. And then we have, there's a front shot, and now we have a back shot of more armed people. And they kick in a door, and we see something that you have to watch for yourself, because I'm gonna leave it at that. They kind of replayed the first movie. There was a lot of references to the first movie, like the cat from the first movie, Deja Vu. That black cat, when the Neo saw it, coming by, and again he saw it come by again. He thought, oh, Deja Vu. The cat was back, and this time it was called Deja Vu. Which, why would you call your cat Deja Vu? Call your cat whatever you want to, but it. I don't know, I don't know. There was an agent in this, just like Agent Smith, which, just speaking actually of him, um, in the cast, on Google, it said that the guy that played Agent Smith in the first three movies was back. No, he wasn't. That maybe as a memory, as a flashback, something like that, but not the actor itself. So the cast basically lied to us. Google basically lied to us because it says, oh yeah, he's in that, yeah, but that doesn't count. If the actor doesn't have a new sentence in this movie, it doesn't count as him back. It's just a flashback to that movie. Yeah, he is in there then, but it's not him really in there. It's just footage of him from a previous movie. But there was an agent in here, and yeah, to be honest, he was the first black agent that we saw through the franchise. And of course, it's Morpheus. Morpheus is back. Um, they talk in this movie about this movie, which is pretty fourth wall breaking. But they said for Warner Bros. Bought the trilogy and they want to make a sequel. But they talk actually about the game that Neo made in the Matrix. Not the movie The Matrix, but the Matrix itself. In the movie The Matrix. Therein, because he was back and he blue pilled every day just to stay there. Because apparently he was going crazy. Well, that's what they said, But they said, Warner Bros. Want to make a sequel to the trilogy. And this movie is from Warner Bros. So, yes, apparently they want to make a sequel to the trilogy, which was really unnecessary because it's just good as it is. But that's shit from today. It's all reboot and remixed and whatever. Not a lot of original ideas. Well, there are a lot of original ideas, but we have also a lot of reboot and reset. And it's the same with music. She makes good music, but think about Dua Lipa. Lots of songs that she uses that I can't say lots because I haven't heard every song, but the songs that I've heard, they are just basically reboot. Take or the one from David Guetta, Blue, I'm Blue. It just think of something new. Think of your own beat, make your own music. Don't take something as big as a sample and then put that and then do all new lyrics over it. Yes, okay, we have that also with Vanilla Ice. He did it, but um, he did one song as far as I know. It was not 4 or 5 songs made by this, like Dua Lipa, 4 or 5 songs, but then sampled by other people. And Madonna probably did also, with some couple of songs. Old Madonna, not the Madonna that we have right now. I don't know what kind of music she brings out right now. I don't follow her. Um, but it's all rebooted and shit. It's just think of your own shit. Make your own movie. Don't think Back to the Future. Oh, we're gonna take that movie, but we're gonna make it again. Why? Why is it necessary? Or some movies I get, like with Dracula. You have so many Dracula versions. Or how we did Phantom of the Opera. There's so many Phantom of the Opera. But some I get it because you can just give it your own twist to it. Like with Dracula, you can still have Dracula, but you give your own twist to it. So I get that, but these are just legit reboots. Um, we don't need a new Back to the Future with new actors, a new Marty, a new Doc, and all, a new Biff. We don't need that. You know, it is it's good as it is. You know, and maybe it, in 50 years, let's say, oh, we're gonna make another one. Sure, make a reboot then, but not now. Now is it still a time classic. So why do you need a reboot? And Disney does it also a lot. Think about all the Disney movies. Oh, Moana is still pretty new. The normal version, the animated version is still pretty new. But no, they already have a live action version of it. Why? You just brought it out, Give it some time. Give it some time. It's not even 20 years has passed since you made it. I think not even 10 years was passed since they made it, But you just made it. Why does it already have to have a live action? And we're gonna watch the movies next year, in 2027. We're gonna start with Disney. So if you want to see all the Disney movies, subscribe because it's coming next year. This year we're gonna do DC and James Bond. So if you want to see those, subscribe. But you just made that movie. Why do you already need to make a live action of it? Shit like that I don't get. But I haven't seen both, so but back to this movie, that they talked about it for make a new one while there's a trilogy, and that's basically what they did with The Matrix. So let's make a fourth one. Well, the first three were just good, or good enough. Apparently Neo is or how he goes by in The Matrix, Thomas Anderson, is blue pilling every single day. There was before that, there was a nice scene in a coffee shop where he was having coffee and he was talking to a colleague or something like that, and we saw a reflection of the table. And in the reflection of the table, he was an old man. And we had a bit later in the movie, we had the same thing, but then with Trinity. She was in the Matrix, but she was part of the Matrix and stuff like that. Sorry. And we saw her reflection in the table, and she looked like an old woman, not an old man, but an old woman. Which was pretty cool how they made that shot also. And at last, I think it was from the second movie, they made the callback again to that train scene, the movie with the train station where the little girl was with her father and mother. And the little girl was back in this movie, only she was grown up this time, which was pretty nice to see actually, because before she said, I was a little girl. I think they used the same actress, for that played that girl, because I think I recognized her by face. When we just saw her clearly, I thought, hey, is it maybe that little girl? And then she said, oh yeah, I'm that little girl. So I think they used the same actress, which is nice, that they brought her back for this movie. Overall, this movie was alright. First time watch it was alright. No, not like we've seen the movie multiple times, like the first three movies, and that made it now alright. No, this movie is just alright from the start. It doesn't live up to the original three, but it's not terrible. It's watchable. It's not terrible. But it doesn't live up to the original three. The original three are definitely the best one. But obviously, go watch the one yourself. I think I will give this one a high 3, low 4. Like I said, go watch it yourself. Leave likes, recommend the good. Keanu Reeves movie down below in the comment section. Subscribe to the channel. Check out my second channel, Underdog Eats, where I do food drinks every week. From time to time, hot sauce and alcohol. Or my third channel, Underdog Reacts, where I do primarily music. Link down below in the description. I also did the Try Not to Laugh yesterday from Andik to 1. So check that one out. It's on the channel. So, and it's from yesterday, so you don't have to scroll far. That's it. I'm gonna leave that, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for Caddyshack 2. Because this is the only movie that you get today. Because I just want to. Bye.